Do you guys remember COINTELPRO from the late 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s? Very famous in that time, especially during the civil rights movement, where there was a lot of people willing to raise up and speak up against the government because of segregation, racism, abuse of authority, women's rights, you name it. There was something people were protesting about. There was the Red Scare and communism. There was a lot of things. So surveillance and these programs of counterintelligence espionage was being used on all Americans all over through different industries, right? As long as they can have their people under submission and pacify them so that they would not rise up against the institution or the establishment. And so a lot of innocent people got targeted. You didn't actually need to commit a crime. You just needed to be associated with somebody that they thought was a suspect. They would not just infiltrate an individual's life. They would infiltrate small communities. And they would have their eyes and their ears, volunteers to help keep tabs on what you're doing, what your likes are, what your dislikes are, where you're going, who you're talking to. And this is not just to gather information. It's not just to watch you and keep tabs on you. They were messing with your thoughts. They were coercing environments just to try to incriminate you and say, look, we need this counterintelligence. We need the funding. This is good for America. What it did was cause a lot of people to get destitute, cause a lot of psychological trauma, unnecessary psychological trauma on innocent United States citizens that never committed a crime. They ended up being even homeless, some of these people, all because COINTELPRO infiltrated their lives, their relationships, broke apart marriages, pulled children away from parents. It will literally take real estate and property away from you, try to attack your finances, try to prevent you from getting workplaces by blacklisting you, from being part of communities like churches, smearing your name so that people constantly question your character or blame you for the crimes committed in your community. Always looking at you, maybe you're crazy, maybe you're insane. This is part of American history, and it's very important for you young people today, teenagers, young adults, because this can be you guys. You can get targeted for simply saying you don't agree with a policy of your country. Now you have to fear for your life. Gang stalking is only a tactic where people follow you to create fear in your life. They want you to know you're being watched. So how do you stop something like this? If this was a secret between the 40s and the late 70s and 80s, what makes you think this is not going on today? And would they really tell American citizens that they're getting surveilled? As they're tearing your life apart, you think you have bad luck, but it's really people in your lives spreading rumors about you so other people isolate you, and eventually when you're alone, it's easier to tear you apart. They're getting paid to tear your life apart while you just sit there and wonder, what did I do? What did I do,